Hello, welcome to the McGuffey's online tutor. Today's lesson comes from the third Eclectic reader, lesson 16, Bird Friends. Today's reading is all about gaining joy and happiness. They must be earned by the means of gaining another's trust and love. To assist me for today we have a guest. Mr. Jefferson, you are welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Please get a pen and paper and write the words which Mr. Jefferson and I will soon reveal.
The words for today are, wife, a woman joined to a man in marriage. Greet, to meet or receive with expressions of gladness or welcome. Beard, the hair on a man's chin, cheeks, and throat. Worms, a kind of small creeping animal with a ringed body and no backbone. Prayers, the act of making a reverent petition to God.
Faith, a set of principles or beliefs. Grove, a small growth of trees without underbrush. Crusts, the hard outer portion or surface area of bread. Church, a building for public, especially Christian worship. Furnished, to equip with what is needed, especially to provide furniture for. Well, I hope you got all the words, because I would like for you to listen for these words in today's reading.
Let's begin.
I once knew a man who was rich in his love for birds, and in their love for him. He lived in the midst of a grove full of all kinds of trees. He had no wife or children in his home.
He was an old man with a grey beard, blue and kind eyes, and a voice that the birds loved. And this was the way he made them his friends.
While he was at work with a rake on his nice walks in the grove, the birds came close to him to pick up the worms in the fresh earth he dug up. At first, they kept a rod or two from him, but they soon found he was a kind man and would not hurt them but liked to have them near him.
They knew this by his kind. Span style equals font size, 13px, eyes/span and voice, which tell what is in the heart. So, day by day, their faith and his love grew in them.
They came close to the rake. They would hop on top of it to be first at the worm. They would turn up their eyes to his when he spoke to them as if they said, "He is a kind man. He loves us. We need not fear him."
All the birds of the grove were soon his fast friends. They were on the watch for him and would fly down from the green treetops to greet him with their chirp.
When he had no work on the walks to do with his rake or his hoe, he took crusts of bread with him and dropped the crumbs on the ground. Down they would dart on his head and feet to catch them as they fell from his hand.
He showed me how they loved him. He put a crust of bread in his mouth with one end of it out of his lips. Down they came like bees at a flower and flew off with it crumb by crumb.
When they thought he slept too long in the morning, they would fly in and sit on the bedpost and call him up with their chirp.
They went with him to church, and while he said his prayers and sang his hymns in it, they sat in the trees and sang their praises to the same good God, who cares for them as he does for us.
Thus, the love and trust of birds were a joy to him all his life long, and such love and trust no boy or girl can fail to win with the same kind heart, voice, and eye that he had.
Well, I hope you found the words in today's lesson.
Today's reading was all about gaining joy and happiness. They must be earned by the means of gaining another's trust and love. The man was a gentle, kind soul, even towards God's creation. After observing and being around the man, the birds could feel his good nature and character. The man had earned their trust and love. They became friends. This brought the man joy and happiness. The story teaches us that trust, Love and joy must be earned, and they can only be earned with a good character. This goodness of character belongs unto the means of grace and the hope of glory, towards making the world a happier place to live and work. This is the end of our lesson, and I hope you win with the same kind heart as the kind man. Visit us at McGuffeysOnlineTutor.com for more lessons and worksheets. Thank you very much, Mr. Jefferson, for assisting me today. You are always welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.